What's up, crew? It's Chris with CloverTac. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I've got my Girsan High Power Lightweight here, and we're going to take a closer look at the little Riton optic that I've got mounted on this Girsan High Power. So let's go. Before we take a look at this optic, just verify everything on this handgun is nice and clear, so no safety issues there. And talk a little bit about the profile. Now, this is the Riton Tacrtix MP RD2. Yes, that's a mouthful. And it is the RMSc mounting footprint. So when you're looking at an optic, make sure that you're looking at the proper mounting or footprint for particular firearm, this particular handgun, right, that you're wanting to put it on. This one, I think, looks really, really good on this Girsan High Power Lightweight. Now, this is a red dot model. The Tacrtix here does not come in a green, and not sure if we can get the red dot on screen very well here, but there it is, a 3 MOA red dot. Now, this thing does not, if you look at the sides here, you'll notice the sides, the top, you have no buttons, no controls. The brightness on this dot is auto controlled. It senses ambient light around it and it automatically adjusts. Again, it is a 3 MOA red dot, and it's also shake awake. So if we was to set this down for 30 seconds or so, that would turn the dot off automatically, and then as soon as you pick it up, by the time you pick it up and you look through it, it's back on, bright and shiny. Now, depending on how your optic is going to mount, and in the case of this Girsan High Power Lightweight, when we remove the optics ready plate, that plate on this particular model has the rear sight, so we lose the rear sight. But with this Riton Tacrtix, it has kind of a notch, as you can see, built in there to the optic itself. So if something happens, the optic was to go down, you at least have some semblance of a rear sight to work in conjunction with that front sight and hopefully still get it done. And then, of course, you've got your windage and elevation adjustments on here as well. Taking a close-up look at this little optic, this is a model where the battery installs from underneath, so you got to pull the whole thing off to install the battery. Now, this does use the CR2032 battery, and with the, what am I thinking, the shake awake with the auto on and off, claim that the battery life on this is somewhere around 50,000 hours of battery life. So with it being underneath and having to pull it off to replace that battery, having a good long battery life like that is pretty good, because that just means you're not constantly having to take this thing on and off. But you can see the footprint, how small this is. A little story, when this came, it was in a box. I'm going to say probably a 4 or 5 inch square box. And I legit was curious what was going on when I got that package, because this thing is so light, so lightweight, that it appeared that the box it came in was completely empty. Oops, nearly dropped it there. All right, got my calipers here. Let's do a little measuring on this thing. So we'll go with the length first, and this is just kind of a rough idea, but 1.8 inch or so in the length. Go with the width here, 1.15 or so. And if we get height at the front, again, about 1.15. And then we can get some thickness here in the rear, and a little over a ½ inch or so, it looks like there. Now we can also kind of measure this window with the inside edges of the calipers here. Let's see. Let's run this thing out. A little over an inch, it looks like, on the width of the window. And then we can get, I don't want to scratch the glass, there, but a little over 3/4 of an inch high on the window as far as the measurement. Again, we talked about a second ago how lightweight this thing is. I'm going to take the battery out, if I can get the battery out, and we're going to weigh this thing. There it goes. Without the battery. So without the battery, this thing comes in at a whopping 0.6 ounces. And then with the battery back in here. Let's see, get that battery back. Come on, dude. Get that battery back in there. There we go. And then with the battery, about 0.7 ounces. So definitely super, super lightweight. So there's a skinny on the little Riton optic that I'm using on my Girsan High Power Lightweight. Now, the automatic brightness adjustment, not really sure that I care for that feature too much, to be honest with you. And I wish it was available in the green dot, but you know, all things considered, it is holding up great on this little handgun, and it's working out fine. If you have one of the little Riton optics like this on one of your firearms, or you just have questions or comments based on this video, by all means, jump down, let us know in the comments below. Also, if you want to see more with the Girsan High Power Lightweight, I have that video for you right here. As for this one, we're done. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And until next time, don't forget to chain fire freedom.